Hey, Cancer. Intuitive Soul Coach here with your November 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. Cancer, welcome. As I was pre-shuffling off camera, I seen the spiritual narcolepsy card, and immediately I heard that is your gift. So Cancer, you have the gift of helping other people wake up. You have the gift of shaking people's energies in a sense, right? You ever want to go up to someone and just shake them so they understand? I feel like you do that through energy. You do that through possibly sharing your insight, sharing your wisdom, sharing your experiences, or that could be something that shows up in your life, or it could be part of what we'll talk about today, the 1111 energy portal, and how this new wave will cause a ripple over the coming months well into 2025. And it just feels like you are helping other people become aware and awakened. If there has been a sense of spiritual narcolepsy or there's been a hiding, I feel like you bring things to the surface. And that may be a spiritual gift that you are touching base on more so this month, Cancer, but well into 2025, waking up to the truth. So we'll take a look here at the 1111 energy, which really allows us to channel and connect to the higher realms. Now, of course, we always have that access, but the 1111 portal is a gateway to align us, help us realign with our divine blueprint, to realign with our intentions, to manifest and connect on a deeper level. Because some of you, look at, we have the Hanged Man. Perhaps there's been sacrifice or you felt delayed in some way. So we'll look at how to fully embody this energy. Ace of Swords right off the bat. There's the aha. There's the intellect. There's cutting through the narcolepsy here. And as I always say, when we're born, it almost feels like we have a sense of that spiritual amnesia, right? We come here on earth and we have to remember who we are. And that's part of your gift. And you may have had to go through that experience first by remembering who you are and your purpose. And you may be someone who helps other people do that. 9 of Cups, beautiful. Now, what truth do you need to help you with these aha moments, with these intentions? What are you putting out into the universe and how to best align with those energies? We'll get advice from Spirit. And then lastly, how will this new wave cause a ripple over the coming months and well into your 2024? We do see partnerships, 2 of Cups. We do see harmony here. And I see that you may be the catalyst in some disharmony, but that's okay, because that is part of the truth. That is part of people waking up and saying, wait a second, am I meant to be in this job? Am I meant to be in this relationship? And it's something that you yourself are working on being the benefactor of. And that's your key theme out here, is being able to trust in that spiritual divine purpose. And you have grace and generosity here. But I feel like you are the receiver this time around. It's like you went through a moment in time where you had spiritual narcolepsy, right? You had forgotten, or you were so bogged down by life's responsibilities or the heaviness of relationships, or perhaps health issues, addictions, maybe career, workaholism. But I see here that your hard work, yes, is paying off, but I feel like it's deeper than just the physical for you, Cancer. You are someone who is highly, highly intuitive, and you are someone who you go into things with a mission. It almost feels at times like it's all or nothing. Now, bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups, reflection. Yes, and this is where you've been. You've had to reflect here. And I see that this is part of how you are meant to move forward, is helping other people reflect, even if it brings about a sense of disharmony or uncomfortability here with the Two of Cups. And this could be in your personal life, in your professional life, but also being able to be that catalyst for others. So let's dive in here. I love that you are the benefactor, because this tells me that good things are coming your way, good karma. You are also filled with wisdom, filled with knowledge, and you can share that wisdom and knowledge. You can help raise the vibration here of the planet, of others, of your children, of the people that you surround yourself with, your clients, whomever it may be that is in your realm, right? In your world. I feel like there is a lot of love here. And it's also card 3, which is the Empress energy. And you're cultivating some really beautiful things at this time. And I feel like this 1111 energy, you feel it. You may even feel it a couple days before, a couple days after, and you're reflecting. Now, bottom of the deck, we have Vanishing Mirror, Ego, Sublimation here. Sublimation. And then we have the Fool's Embrace, transmuting that pain. Beautiful. And then we have getting back to integrity. So it is going to require a vanishing here of the ego and being able to see through illusions, see through the artifice or the superficial. And then that can transmute that energy, because there is a new beginning coming in here for you, Cancer. And I see you getting back to a place of integrity, getting back to a place of feeling more whole, okay? Feeling more whole. But I keep getting the message here about a mirror, or you helping another person. You could be helping someone specifically. And I'm also getting a message here around possibly a past relationship. It could be a spouse. It could be a lover that you've had. But I feel like you have helped them profoundly. You've helped them transmute pain. And you may still be very much connected to this person on a deep, friendly level. You may still be very much a friend or there for them, but just not in the romantic sense. For others of you, this is a child. This is a family member. It could be a friend or a boss. But I feel like there is pain that is transmuting here. And some of you, you've been humbled. And the biggest way that we are humbled is through pain. Okay? And let's dive into how to fully embrace and embody the energy of the 1111 portal. Well, there's another one with the ace. So not only is the month of November double ones, right? Ones are all about new beginnings, leadership, and the self. I see here that you are all about the truth, nothing but the truth, right? And maybe that has been a challenge or an issue at times for you, Cancer, trying to get the truth out of others, even if you could see that they were lying through their teeth, right? Or it could be that you've seen through the facade, you've seen through the mask that they wore. Maybe that was a part of you as well. Maybe a part of you keeping yourself hidden from some sort of energy to protect yourself. Okay. I see that there's an aha moment. This is about a new understanding. It is about cutting through the barriers. And that's how you can fully embody the energy of the 1111 portal. So looking at some of those beliefs, looking at the logic of things, the science of things, right? Astrology is actually a science. So a lot of you are looking into the truth of, you know, who you are, the truth around situations. And I just feel like if there were any barriers that were blocking you from having a new beginning or being the benefactor here, that is something you're slicing through, and you're setting intentions around this 1111 energy. Now, what truth do you need to wake up to? 7 of Swords. I haven't even looked at the cards really out here yet. besides this Two of Cups. But the Seven of Swords is diplomacy. This talks about truth. So again, some of you may have held a part of yourself back, and maybe it was dishonest, or maybe it was self-preservation. You had to do what you had to do. And even if it wasn't in the most honest sense, right? Or it wasn't you, it could have been you not being fully upfront with yourself. Perhaps you kept yourself small when really you were meant to go in a new direction, or you're being pushed a little bit, right? Being pushed from the universe saying, wait a second, you have a lot of knowledge here. You have what it takes to live in your truth, to live in your authenticity, to live in your integrity. And I do see here that there's some things with the Seven of Swords that stem from a desired outcome. Typically when people lie, when people are trying to get away with something, when people don't want to fully be upfront, it stems from some sort of desired outcome. For other times, they don't want to hurt another person, right? And I feel like there's been some sort of lie that calls for diplomacy, okay? Either on your end or someone else's. And I do see that there's going to be a truth that comes out, okay? Or it needs to come out here with this Ace of Swords. And I feel like this is you opening yourself up to the truth of who you are, and not surrounding yourself with all the lies that maybe other people told you, or society told you to believe, or your family told you to believe, or traditions told you to believe. This is about you cutting through all the fluff and getting back to your integrity, stripping away the layers of the ego that have been conditioned. So this is quite big here with the Ace and the Seven of Swords. So what is the intention that you're sending out into the universe? That there will be a sacrifice here, but it will be rewarded. This is a rewarded sacrifice. And everything that is good, right? Everything that is worthy or worth it, it does bring about a sense of sacrifice in some sense or another, right? When we think of going to a higher educational system, going to college, right? We sacrifice our time to play, to learn, right? And there's a balance here as well. If we want to get into a relationship, we have to sacrifice some of our own individual energies, right, to come together and compromise. There's always going to be some sort of sacrifice, but sacrifice doesn't have to be labeled a negative or a bad thing, right? And it does get a negative connotation, right? We look at the Hanged Man here, and I also see that you are on the brink of a massive awakening. This is rebirth, and we are in Scorpio season, which is all about rebirth. Even though the Hanged Man is Pisces, this is emotion, and Scorpio is water, is emotion. But I feel like you're telling the universe, I'm willing to do what it takes, even if I have to sacrifice a part of my life. I know that it's going to be worth it. I know that I will achieve the dream, and I see you will as well, because you have the Nine of Cups right here. So there's something that you are being pushed to get honest about, get truthful about. And if you're willing to, sacrifice maybe even some old beliefs, okay? Because there may be some limitations that have delayed your growth or delayed you being the benefactor here. It may have been hidden truths by yourself, within yourself, or from others. But I see a very important aha breakthrough coming in here, where there's a dream, there's a wish, there's an intention with the Nine of Cups. How to best align with this is to feel good with the choices that you've made, or at least to feel like you are in a better space, because I feel like you are. To trust that your sacrifices will be rewarded, and to trust that you've done all that you could, in a sense, or you're about to, and it will pay off. Some of you may second guess. You may go back on a past situation that may have caused you sacrifice. And maybe that is part of this waking up to a truth. You may be thinking, I don't ever want to do that again. Look where it got me. It landed me in hot water. I don't want to go there. I'll be stuck. And that may be something you need to reconfigure, or that could be something that needs to be addressed. So you can be the benefactor here of a wish. Now, Nine of Cups is the card of accomplishment. It is satisfaction and serenity. And I feel like it's important to reflect, okay? It's important to reflect on what stability means to you. It's important to reflect on what happiness means to you. Do you feel like your happiness is tethered to or tied to another individual? Do you feel like your happiness is tethered or tied to your career? Do you feel like your happiness is tethered to or tied to your family or your children? And I'm not saying those things cannot bring us happiness, but there's something deep within you with this Hanged Man that you're waking up to. And I feel like this is a spiritual sense of satisfaction because you're waking up and remembering the whole, the big picture. Let's take a look at advice from your guides, advice from spirit. We do have the Four of Discs, Four of Pentacles. This can be about materialism. Now, Four of Pentacles, it is showing up here in reverse. So Spirit says it's time to open ourselves up to, again, that bigger picture, big picture thinking instead of just the surface. And maybe you already have done that, but the people around you are still very much stuck in the 3D. And I feel like that could be shifting here for you. Okay, with this Four of Pentacles, I see you managing your resources and finances. I see you looking at your stability because you have stability here with the Nine of Cups. For some of you, there could be a new offer coming in here for you when it comes to your material world, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your abundance. And I feel like there is a turnaround here. There's a turnaround when it comes to your material world. And I see that, yes, it may bring about a tad bit of sacrifice, or maybe that's what you've gone through. But I feel like the end goal, how will this new wave cause a ripple over the coming months and well into your 2025, is Two of Cups, harmony. It is bringing harmony to relationships. It is bringing harmony to important partnerships. This could also be healing from separation, healing from codependency. If you were not able to let love into, again, an important relationship, or let love into your work, it feels like you are opening yourself up here. And it may require your complete vulnerability. But I feel like you have what it takes here. There could be a very important person that has been the catalyst in you waking up, even if this person has lied, even if this person has cheated you, even if this person has done something that had caused a separation or a rift. Perhaps there has been codependent issues, rejection, or unrequited love. I feel like you are opening up once again to a part of yourself that may have been lost in the fray, lost in the pain. But remember, we see here transmuting that pain. And as you go into 2025, there's a part of you that is emerging. There's a part of you that is coming back to the whole of who you are. And you're coming back stronger, more determined, and with a renewed sense of bravery than before. And I feel like you're going to be very proud of yourself. Let's clarify some of these energies. Spirit, can you tell me about the Seven of Swords? Seven of Swords here, please. The Hermit. Yeah, there's been some sort of deception, either self-deception or deception from another, that has caused you to really go within with the Hermit energy. This has caused you to reflect. It's caused you to do a lot of soul searching again. And at times you may have even felt very withdrawn, very rejected, very lonely. But I feel like what this is also doing is allowing you to become more enlightened, allowing you to see the truth of situations that you didn't necessarily see the truth in prior. Spirit, please tell me about the truth. Ace of Swords. Okay, thank you. The Queen of Swords. Okay. You did know the truth. Thinking strategically. Yeah, you have this atlas in your hand. And I feel like you are, I'm getting otherworldly. Okay, some of you have some ties and connections to other worlds, right? But I'm also getting here with this Queen of Swords. You can't BS your way out. And it almost feels like some of you were dealing with someone who tried to BS you. They tried to maybe even sweet talk you. They may have tried to, run around a couple times. And I just feel like you're not having it here. She's holding the Ace of Swords. And so you've learned a lot about life. You've learned a lot about how the mind works, how people work, why they are the way they are. Some of you are very much into psychology or the mind, or you may have even dealt with someone who had suffered from maybe a mental disorder. We also have here the Four of Cups, arrogance, wastefulness, regret, and comparison. And that's what you are cutting through. You're cutting through that and saying, wait a second. This is a turning point. This is a big turning point where one is getting honest. Let's take a look at the sacrifice. Two of Coins. It's going to put you on a new path. You're resetting your priorities here. Some of you could be moving or changing direction here. Some of you are dealing with an individual who is juggling up more than one person, more than one job, more than one energy here. And it just felt like you were on the back burner. Or maybe you sacrificed your heart and your time to get nothing in return. But I do feel like you will be the benefactor. I mean, you're going into 2025 with that Nine of Cups mentality. That's what you're taking with you. That's what you are aligning your intentions to, is saying, even though I dealt with this stuff in the past, I've learned from it. I want to take a look, though, at the Four of Discs. Four of Discs, you may be withholding your affection, or you may have held yourself back from fully embracing love. But I see there's new connections coming in here for you, or there's a strengthening of a bond in 2025. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Page of Swords can be disconnected information. You may have cut someone out, okay? You may have withheld affection because the Page of Swords needs to embrace intellectual curiosity. There could have been even someone that may have been spying on you, or it could have been someone was gossiping, talking about you. And I just feel like you've had enough of that. Let's look at the Two of Cups as your final outcome. Two of Cups, and then we'll look at the benefactor energy here. Why is the Two of Cups here for Cancer? Queen of Wands in the upright. Beautiful. Confident ambition. Your confidence is returning tenfold. And you may be feeling confident right now, Cancer, but I do feel like this is magnetic energy. So as you go further into 2025, your confidence is returning. And I see here with this Queen of Wands, this is creation. It's artsy. I mean, she's very artsy. She's witty. She's funny. She's magnetic. So there will be new people that come in, new friends, new commitments. This could also be you collaborating with people for your career, because She's the entrepreneur. Queen of Wands, she can be someone who, you know, marches to the beat of her own drum, just like the King of Wands does, but she knows what she wants and she goes for it. There's no stopping her. So I feel like you could be, I'm getting the word recruit. So you could be recruiting someone. Maybe you are being recruited. You're being called to work with these energies, harmonize these energies in 2025, whether this be relationship, partnerships, but I feel like there's an all-around encompass energy with the benefactor. So there is something quite profound here showing up for you. And I feel like it's this energy of 1111 that is really helping you see the truth of your worth and this, to see the truth of how your hard work is going to pay off here. So don't give up on you. And I feel like there's someone around you that's not going to give up on you as well. I see that here. Now we have grace and generosity, gifts, support, and mentoring. When the benefactor weaves her energy into your life, you are put on notice that all manner of positive reinforcement is coming your way. The universe wants to let you know that just as you have been generous with others, serving with your gifts, even in the smallest capacity, so you will be rewarded in a myriad of ways. The most beautiful gift in the benefactor gives you is the recognition that you are stewarding and sharing abundance on behalf of a higher source, one that is always working through you. The motives for her generosity to you, as well as yours to others, are intangible, although you will see the results reflected in the material world. The benefactor reminds you that it's in the purity of your desire to share without the need for reciprocity that paradoxically your initial generosity is reciprocated tenfold. So what that means is, yes, we want our sacrifices to pay off, right? We want to receive our good work, but that's one of the, we want to receive a reward for our good work, for our good deeds, for our hard work. But at times when it doesn't feel rewarded or it doesn't come in the time that we want, right? It can feel like we're sacrificing for what? And then we start to tell ourselves lies, or we start to get into an energy of, diplomacy being needed. And I see here that you have a wish coming in. You are going to be the benefactor of something here. Quite profound, but that's why you have the materialism. Try not to attach giving to getting, because it's already a universal law. Excuse me. It's already a law where what you put out there is going to come back to you. But the ego says it has to be in this manner. It has to be at this time. It has to be in this form. But that's when we need to apply diplomacy and say, wait a second. If I believe on a spiritual level that I'm going to put out good work and I'm going to receive it, then what am I sweating about, right? And I see here it says, dream sharing and caring into being, and you will be amazed to see this vibrant seed take root and spread. Do it just because, and the benefactor will give you her blessing. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. Trust the process here. This is your overall energy of what you are setting the intention on. And that can be how you release it out into the universe, because you're definitely going to get back tenfold. 9 of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment. It is the card of feeling stable emotionally. But I also see, yes, the physical piece will come in. And maybe that's the part that you haven't trusted. And I see alignments coming in. 2 of Cups is the card of law of attraction. So again, one of the universal laws, that which you put out there is going to come back. And I see it coming back in a very beautiful, profound way. Queen of Wands, because you're magnetic. That is what I have for you, Cancer. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you again so much.